Okay, so it looks like the drama between Kenya Moore and Brit Edy is nowhere close to being over. In fact, it seems like it's about to heat up even more because Brit just mocked Kenya for getting fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and y'all know that Kenya is not the type to sit back and let someone clown her. There are rumors that Kenya could be planning to sue Brit and Bravo for discrimination and fight her termination. Child, y'all need to be set for this because this is about to be a hot mess, so let's break it down. Okay, so if you're following this drama, you already know that it actually started last year. When we heard Kenya was coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, we were hyped. You know Kenya's the queen of drama, so we were ready for the fireworks. But Kenya's comeback never really happened because she just got the boot before the season even aired. Word on the street is that at the launch of her spa, Kenya Moore Hair Spa, she pulled a major shocker on everyone. Apparently, she revealed a poster featuring Brit and Edy, the new housewife who joined the show this season, and that had people talking. So apparently the poster had Britney doing some real wild stuff, giving a man some mouth action, but the guy's face was hidden. That was messy, but it's classic Kenya. Petty with a capital P. But why on earth did she act out like that? Well, sources claim that Kenya and Britney got into a heated argument right before the spa opening, and things got so bad that Britney allegedly made some serious threats, including something about a pew-pew if you catch my drift. But here's where it gets murky. There are mixed stories flying around. Some people are saying Britney didn't actually threaten Kenya like Kenya's claiming, while others are standing by the idea that she totally did. It's a whole mess of drama. According to an insider, at no time was Kenya ever threatened with a weapon, nor was there ever a weapon present during the course of production. However, another insider claimed that prior to the event, Eady made threats to Moore using the word, which made cast members feel uncomfortable. It was a classic case of he said, she said, which is a perfect setup for some messy drama. And honestly, that poster, total revenge P move from Kenya. But it doesn't end there because Bravo had cameras rolling at the event when Kenya dropped that wild poster, which means that they had to get legally involved. People who were at the event spoke about how shocking it was, with the photographer saying, "I am still trying to recover myself. I couldn't even take a photo. My mouth fell to the floor, and I'm just in awe, like that was the most deadliest scene probably ever filmed on the franchise." Britney herself spoke on this and denied that she threatened Kenya, saying, "It's never a good feeling being targeted or hazed by someone I thought would embrace me into a new circle that I never met. For the record, I've never once had possession of any weapons or threatened anyone ever. I've never even been to jail and fight or even had as much as a speeding ticket. That's not in my character. I am hurt by the narrative that's being displayed. Wrong is wrong." She also accused Kenya of being a bully, saying, "In Georgia, the distribution of explicit images without the consent of the person depicted is considered a criminal offense. Under Georgia law, the offense of unlawful disclosure of intimate images, also known as Revenge P, is covered under OCCA 161190. This law makes it illegal to distribute explicit images or videos of another person without their consent and with the intent to harm, intimidate, or coerce the person depicted. Violating Georgia's Revenge P law is a misdemeanor punishable by a fine up to $1,000, imprisonment for up to 1 year, or both. Subsequent offenses are considered felonies, carrying more severe penalties. Well, after this, it was revealed that Kenya had been indefinitely suspended by Bravo because of this, and according to TMZ, Kenya will not return as a cast member for the rest of production for the new season 16, after she was sidelined indefinitely for allegedly unveiling explicit posters of newcomer Brit and Edy seemingly performing oral sex. TMZ also wrote, Kenya has not been fired from RHOA. Instead, we're told both sides have agreed she's just going to take a break from the show for now. Our sources say Bravo is keeping the door open for a future return. However, we're also told Kenya is considering legal options at this point because she's not happy with how this whole mess unfolded. Other sources reported that Bravo had investigated the matter and found that Kenya had violated the code of conduct, which is why she was suspended indefinitely. However, Kenya wasn't satisfied with the result of the investigation, and there were reports that she was pursuing legal action against the network. An insider reported that Kenya still feels wrong, with sources familiar with the situation saying her safety concerns are a huge part of the disconnect between her and the network right now, and they're just not seeing eye to eye. Also, a leaked audio showed that Kenya's issue with Britney ran deeper than we think because she could be heard calling Britney a 304.
Done escort. There's an IG who put her emails out on there. She charges $1,400 for appointment. You not only a hoe, you a cheat. You are cheating. You all cover the magazine being a thigh. You all cover the magazine. You all of those. Oh yes. Okay. You got you over here on Snapchat. Your daddy was like Snapchat me that pussy and you did.
However, Kenya denied that what she did was revenge P, and she wrote, "Thank you for all the support, Team Twirl. My heart is full and my conscience is clear. So many false claims hiding behind anonymous sources. All this conversation and no facts being reported. If a claim or source was valid, would they need to hide? My life is blessed. My daughter and I will continue to thrive in a non-toxic environment where we feel appreciated and most importantly protected. Thank you, God, for covering us." A blind item even claimed that she was planning to sue the network, saying the suspended housewife is going to file a discrimination lawsuit against the network because they have done nothing to the bar star who did the same thing. In fact, his salary was doubled. But that never happened, and we assumed that the drama was over. Well, it was until the episode where the drama went down aired a couple of days ago, and it sparked chaos all over again. Brit threw shade at Kenya on Instagram, saying, "And I'm still here." She got dragged for this so badly that she edited the post, and it now says, "I'm still standing strong no matter what." Well, Kenya saw this and she clapped back in a pretty classy way on Instagram. She wrote, "You have been my besties for the last 12 years and I love and appreciate you so much. Last year you cried with me when all of my hard work from the salon was cut by production and none of it was shown. I want to thank all of my friends who showed up for me and who support me on a regular basis, who love me down. To the cast of RHOA season 16, I wish you all an incredible season. To my friends and family, thanks for loving me, flaws and all." However, one of her best friends, Akila, was not about to be so nice because she went off in the comments saying, "All I'ma say is you were provoked and antagonized for 4 episodes. You were the best version of yourself during every single encounter with every single cast member. The moment the threat was made was the moment action should have been taken. Instead, you were called a liar and told you didn't hear what you heard. Everyone involved played in your face, so what's a girl to do? I don't blame you for taking matters into your own hands and finding out where the skeletons are buried. While I'm here, a friend to everyone is a friend of no one. And don't stab me, then try to control the bleeding." Well, fans are split on the drama and they left comments saying, "I love Kenya and I've been rooting for her throughout this whole ordeal, especially as the episodes have aired. No one can convince me that stunt at her salon was justified. Why would you taint your big moment like that? It was a nasty stunt and on top of it, wrong place and wrong time. Anybody justifying that ish is crazy. If she felt threatened that bad, she should have moved in the sense of not wanting to film with her. What she ended up doing was adding insult to injury and dismiss whatever she felt because that was so low down. Kenya always been evil though." And Kenya did complain about Brit to production. They didn't even do anything about the situation. But I want to know how y'all feel about this, so drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.